The things that old people love, the things that old people love, and the differences between younger people and older people. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. And I got to thinking about the things that older people love. First of all, there are differences between older people and younger people. They have different goals, different directions, different focuses. When you're younger, your life can be about building a career and then getting married and finding the right partner and having children and buying that first house and traveling and so many of these great big goals. But as people get older, they tend to have simpler goals. Their goals are far simpler than when they were younger. Now, some people have great big goals when they're older, and yet often for older people, the goals are much simpler. For older people, I think a priority for them is just being healthy. If they can wake up in the morning and feel good, that is amazing and wonderful. That's probably the top priority or the top blessing or the top good feeling, the top thing that makes them happy, that makes older people happy, is simply to feel good physically. To feel good physically, they put such great emphasis and value up on their health, whereas younger people often tend to take their health for granted. Okay, so that's probably a number one right up there. And number two is older people tend to love their home. They tend to put a lot of focus on their home, partly because, well, they've already traveled, they've already done the things that younger people are out there trying to make happen. And so their focus is more homeward. I mean, a lot of people do travel. They take big trips and things like that. But often, many have already done that. And so now they're just really, really enjoying their home. And so often you'll see older people pay a lot of special attention to their home, their garden, their gardening. A lot of times everything is neat and organized and in its place because, well, they're at a different place in life than someone who has maybe small children and the house is messy. And I call it a beautiful mess. And I've done a story on that about, I can't remember what the title was. I did it the other day about a messy house and how it can be a beautiful mess because it can be full of love. And so older people put a lot of emphasis on their homes. Older people tend not to put much emphasis on their career because they've already done that. They've already achieved it. Younger people tend to put their emphasis on their career, and for good reason. And so older people have already achieved that. So they're putting their emphasis on their health, their home, their relationships, because for older people to have a phone call, to have someone care about them, to have someone stop by, to have someone send them a little note or a little gift means everything to the world to them because, well, sometimes many older people can be lonely. Not all, but many can be. So that means a tremendous amount. Older people tend to take their time because they're not in a hurry. They've already done the things that required people to hurry a little bit. And so now they can take their time. And that's one of the beautiful luxuries of getting older, is that we can take our time. We don't feel that rush to move in a certain direction. Older people tend to enjoy where they're at more at that moment. They're not thinking of that next goal that they have to do. Older people enjoy eating out a lot. I mean, I think a lot of people do. And I think older people, it's important that they feel like they have enough money so that they not only can pay for what they need, but they can also get what they want. That means a lot to them. Okay? Eating out, simple things like eating out mean a lot to older people. And so, for older people, having the luxury of a great doctor or living near a great hospital, not that they want to use it, but they know it's there. And so I think also a lot of older people enjoy a good television program or a good book. Older people tend to focus on the more simplistic things of life, whereas younger people are focusing on those big, big, big goals. And I understand both. For me, I've traveled, I've, lived in Europe. I've, lived in many different places. And so I've kind of check marked off my list. Now, would I do it again? Of course. I'd love to travel. I love to travel. And yet I've already done it. So I don't feel like I have to put that on my goal list. If it happens, that's great. And yet it's not on my goal list. I enjoy my day-to-day things. I enjoy the simplicity of life. I enjoy those wonderful little things that many people take for granted. So I think that's the big difference between being younger and older. A lot of younger people take a lot of things for granted that older people don't, just like waking up in the morning and feeling good. A lot of younger people take that for granted as a given. Older people don't necessarily take that for granted or for given. And I think that older people so value the kindness of others more so than even younger people, because older people may feel alone or detached, or their families may have moved away, or they may have lost a spouse or whatever. And so I think older people, there are many, many wonderful things that older people enjoy and love. Sometimes they like to just sit and have a nice conversation with somebody, whereas younger people are often too busy to sit and have a nice conversation with someone. And so there's beauty at every age. There's beauty when you're younger, there's beauty when you're older. Okay? So enjoy life. Enjoy life at every stage of life. From my house to yours, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. And I do hope you like, share, subscribe. Links pinned to the top of the comment section below. And I hope to talk to you then. Bye-bye.